Hello everybody, it's Vertical Sandwich. In the last video, we accepted an invitation from the King of Heliodor to attend a banquet in our honor, even though we know he's Mordegon.
We've been through an awful lot, love. But from what I hear, so have you. I'm proud of you. And so is your granddad, I'm sure.
Now let us begin the festivities at last. A banquet worthy of our savior awaits. From this day forth, none shall doubt the luminary. He shall be honored, celebrated, adored.
Switch and his companions are the guests of honor at a banquet, the likes of which Heliodor has never seen. The singing, dancing, and merriment last long into the night. Then at last, the revelers retire to bed. And cutscenes ensue. Alright. I was just minding my own business down in the town when some guards came up and asked me if I'd mind coming up to the castle and keeping the folks from Cobblestone company. Well, I had nothing better to do, so I came, and am I ever glad I did? I've never eaten so much great grub in my life, hey hey. Chomp chomp, this is the life. I doubt I'll ever get a chance to eat this much grub, this much tasty grub again. Better make the most of it, eh? Chomp chomp. What am I doing here? Well, all us guards who were keeping an eye on the folks from Cobblestone were invited along to the banquet, you see. Bury the hatchet and all that. I'm certainly not complaining. Okay, so... Hello there, Switch. Gemma's here, too, somewhere. I'm sure she'd be over the moon to see you. You two aren't children anymore, you know. Take my advice. If you're hoping to be with her one day, you need to show her you care. I would have thought it when I was locked up in that dank dungeon living on bread and water, but King Carnelian knows how to put on a good spread. But if he thinks we're going to forgive him just because he gave us a good feed, he's got another thing coming. Those pies were awfully tasty, though. God, I'm torn. My heart says one thing, but my belly says another. Poor boy. Sir Hendrik told me all about what they put you through. But you didn't let it beat you. You kept on fighting until the king realized the truth and released us. And you wouldn't let us down. You're my little soldier through and through. I'm so proud of you I could burst. Well, good for you, Mom. Anyway. So here's the kitchen. Ah, are you the luminary fellow then? I imagine you'd be a tough-looking sort, but you're a real string bean. You look like you need a hearty eater or two to put some meat on your bones. You can't go saving the world with your tummy rumbling, can you now? Wahaha! Yeah, you watch what I can do with my tummy rumbling. Goodness me, if it isn't the luminary, don't you have better places to be than a hot, sweaty kitchen? If I were you, I'd head to the banquet hall and get ready for the meal of a lifetime. I've never seen the cook so fired up. Yeah, but I want to see the cook all fired up. Seriously. And no, I don't have better places to be. I like people. People are great. Oh dear, I've lost my poor little kitty cat. Staff aren't supposed to have pets, of course, so I can't tell anyone or I'll get in trouble. It's an old and rather battered dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. Really? Really, there's nothing interesting about it? Nothing at all? Alright. Ugh, what a drab room this is. If there's any way to treat an honored guest. Do they know who I am? Meanwhile, it seems the rabble from some forsaken backwater called Cobblestone are enjoying a banquet at the king's invitation. What in the world can he be thinking? He could be thinking that you're a horrible person. When I was first served this appallingly modest meal, I thought it was some kind of joke, but it actually turned out to be rather tasty. You're also a jerk. Oh, we got a mini medal! Cool. So when we get out of here, we can go get our deft dagger. Or dagger of deftness, or whatever it is. Alright, guy in the hall, what do you got? I have a funny feeling I've seen that blue-haired chap somewhere before, the one standing outside the banqueting hall. But where could it have been? But it's at times like these that I wish old Noah was around. He'd take one look at him and tell you everything you wanted to know. More, in fact. I understand that you're actually the Prince of Dundrasil, who survived the terrible tragedy that befell that kingdom all those years ago. Well, if in future you should choose to rebuild your kingdom, know that it would be an honor. It would be an honor to help you. I have no doubt that countless people would rally to your cause. Well, that's good to know. Oh, ho, ho, hey, it's great seeing me, old mucker Eric again. And now you don't have to skulk around trying not to get spotted no more. Yep, now the king's gone and pardoned you, you don't have to worry about being slung back in the cells. You're free as a bird, the both of you. I couldn't be happier. Like, and you look pretty wiped out, Switch. Well, I guess you don't get a banquet thrown in your honor every day. If you want to crash, you can grab a guest room upstairs. I heard they were over on the west side of the castle. So that's the information we need. To advance the plot here, you have to go to sleep. This must be... Oh, this is Jasper's room. And I know this because that's why Hendrik is here. Why, Jasper, why? And there's a book. Drustin's Armor. The mermaid princess led King Drustin deep beneath the waves to an undersea realm where the citizens were engaged in a contest of strength, wrestling one another in order to be recognized as the strongest. If you can defeat my father, the princess told him, he will grant you my hand in marriage. And thus the two kings fought, but so perfectly were these warriors matched that though they wrestled for 7 days and 7 nights, neither could claim victory. So awestruck was the king of the ocean at the warrior king's might that he offered him not only his daughter's hand in marriage, but also one of the great treasures of his realm. And this treasure, a lustrous scarlet scale as strong as steel and as light as silk, the warrior king forged a beautiful suit of crimson armor. But he could not wed the princess, for he was a man of his word, and he had not defeated her father. He turned his back on his beloved, and to her dismay left the undersea kingdom, never to return. That is sad. Give me the recipe for the armor, and I will make it. Alright, Hendrix's room. We've clearly already been in here. Still coming to terms with it all, the king came up to me and told me to clear out Sir Jasper's room. He just said, I'm not keeping a room for a dead man, and then stormed off. After all Sir Jasper did to defend the kingdom, what kind of a thing to say is that? Maybe this is... Oh, this is Jasper's room. There's an ancient book here. The binding is almost completely worn through, and which can only make out the words, Ye Drustaniad, Secrets of Ye Heart. Not quite ready yet. Yeah. There's a book called National Treasure, number 106, The Shield of Heliodor. Our tale begins with the first king of Zardrust and his retinue resting at a Heliodorian inn after many days' hard travel. A great black dragon heard the news, and deciding that this would be a perfect opportunity to slay the king of Zardrust, launched a blazing assault on the city. I think I've read this already. As the citizens of Heliodor flew into a panic, a lone knight stood before them with his arms outstretched, doing all he could to protect them from the foul lizard's wrath. So greatly moved was the king of Zardrust by the knight's selfless bravery that he presented him with a fine shield in the shape of a great black dragon scale. To this day, the fabulous treasure can be found in Heliodor. The king may choose to present it to any knight he deems worthy of the honor and responsibility of this role it represents. First knight of the realm. Right. Devil's in the details, but I know all these recipes already, so I have been in here. Okay, we're good. Hey, Rab. I remember meeting young Jasper for the first time. You know, Eck. It was way back before you were born. He seemed like a nice enough young lad. I wonder where it all went wrong. What foul force could have pulled him towards a dark path, I wonder. Okay. So we've covered this entire floor, except Mordegon. Okay. I just wanted you to know, we may have fulfilled our duty and taken you to Yggdrasil, but that doesn't mean Serena and I are just going to go home now. We're not going anywhere until Mordegon's finally been taught a lesson. Okay. We've been talking about the first time we met you, Switch. We both thought the same thing, that we'd met you before, a long, long time ago. It's strange, isn't it? But you have. You have met me a long, long time ago. Savando's just dancing in the middle. There you are, Savando, or Switch Darling. People of Heliodor are such a scream. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun. Come on, why don't you show them your moves? It's a party. Don't be shy now. You know what? I actually think I can oblige you there. Yeah, there we go. I was so worried about you, Switch. I'm so glad you made it back safe and sound. I just hope that one day, you know, once we've all gone home to Cobblestone and rebuilt everything, I hope we can, that you and me can... listen to me rabbiting on. Ignore me, Switch. I'm just being silly and selfish. I know you have far more important things to be worrying about than me. I'll stop wittering on. She is pretty fantastic. Like an evening, Switch. Now forgive one if this is none of one's business, but one must say your friend Gemma is a most splendid girl. Aren't you lucky to have such a precious creature awaiting your eventual return? One must say you are a shrewd young devil. There are all sorts of people staggering about the castle looking dazed and confused. I think they might be enjoying the party a little too much. Ugh, and that guy feels sick. Okay. Alright, let's get this off. It was fun while it lasted. Oh yeah, and I also can do this then. Offensive Miracle Sword goes there. Alright. Oh, I can't. Wait. Oh, okay, I got it. There we go. I've been wanting to say this for a while, but you know what, with me being a guard and needing to be professional and all that, it never seemed like quite the right time. Look, the truth is, I think you're great, and once everything settles down, maybe we could, you know, together and stuff. So what do you say, will you marry me? Jeez, dude! You, like... you couldn't, you know. Oh, that's how they're gonna keep us from getting out. Oh, move yourself, you lazy layabout. You late for my ship patrolling downtown. I'm sorry, it caught me in an awkward moment. I'm trying to get this love for the move, you see. Luckily for you, you don't have a night shift to be getting on with. Why don't you turn in for the night? There's a guest room upstairs in the western part of the building you can use. Can I zoom somewhere? Nope. So I am stuck, and then I gotta talk to everybody who's watching Sylvando dance. That's overkill. In fact, I think at this point... looks like guest chambers it is. Oh, Jade. So how was the banquet? Did you have fun? I've been speaking to my father, but I won't lie to you. Something doesn't feel quite right. I mean, after all these years, I suppose that's not surprising, but still. Oh, I'm sorry. This really isn't anything you need to worry about. Switch, you should turn in for the night. There's a bed in the room through here. Or through there. Well, you can, you know, come on in. Like, alright. Gemma won't. She never has to know. Actually, isn't that a thing she should be suspicious about, right? Traveling around with like 3 girls. I mean, one of them looks like a little kid, but still.
What is this? Why can I not touch the sword? Surely it cannot be. Accursed luminary! Give it to me! Give me the sword of light! It belongs to me!
What's going on in here?
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
Mars!
I knew it! You're not my father! Look at you! You're a monster, not a man!
You blighter, ye. I had a feeling in my waters that something wasn't quite right with you, Carnelian.
So this whole thing was a sham? The banquet, the speeches? Wow, that's cold. So who are you?
He disappeared.
Oi, you! Stop skulking in the shadows! Come out and show your stupid face!
Something tells me he won't have gone far. Quick, let's search the castle.
Okay, we really need to find a place to save, though. I mean, ideally... Hey, what's your deal? Who have I served all these years? Not a man, but a monster. Yeah, dude, you've been the instrument of evil. Oh, okay, so there's a place to save. Good. Because we're gonna need it. I noticed all this noise coming from the guest rooms, and then Sandy jumped up and ran off towards the throne room. Normally she wouldn't say boo to a goose, and just was cut into her. I love the translators for this game are just geniuses. I sensed something ominous emanating from the throne room. I would record your deeds in an adventure log before heading that way if I were you. Yeah! Okay, so this is where we're recording. Ugh. I think I'm probably ill-equipped for this. I really don't. So everybody around here's all freaking out, and the dog. Ruff, 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 ruff. So if we go in here, and we will.
No more giving us the runaround, you! We've got you cornered!
Now let the king go and show us your true form, fiend.
Unmasked at last. I have been enjoying Carnelian's hospitality since the day Dundrasil fell. But the game ends here. I have wasted too much time already waiting for you to lead me to the Sword of Light. And since I was unable to steal it from you, it seems I must take it by force. Very well. Come to Mordegon like good little lambs and die. Mordegon, so it's you. I've waited years for this day to come.
Not only Jasper, but His Majesty too. Your deception shall not go unpunished, devil.
You have been a serviceable puppet over the years, Hendrik. But it is time you joined your wretched kinfolk in hell.
Do you mean it was you? You who massacred my people?
It was all you, wasn't it? The destruction of Dundrasil. The families torn apart. You've stolen so much from so many, and now you're going to pay.
I stand with you, Luminary. My loved ones, my countrymen, they must be avenged.
I'm with you too. This is the guy who's had it in for you all this time, right? Let's show him who he's been messing with.
Well, Luminary, what are you waiting for? Come, give me your power, that I may rule over this world unopposed.
Okay, so this is actually like a tougher version of Mordegon. I mean, it's a different version of him. I don't know if he's tougher because it's hard to tell because my characters are 20 levels lower. Now we do have Henrik doing his own thing, so he's like AI controlled. So when we come back, this fight, and I'll see you guys for that. Bye, everybody.